Adair says, do Americans really care about foreign accents? And that's a good question. Well, who am I to speak for all Americans, first of all? Whenever someone says, Americans are, or Americans like, or don't Americans, I always want to say, well, hold on a second. Just in my family, each person, let's say 5 people, my mother, my father, my 2 brothers, we are extremely different. All of us are very different. I'm very different from everyone. Each of them is very different from everyone else. Everyone's very, very different, just in one family. So the amount of variation or variety or differences among not only Americans, but I would say everybody in every country is huge. Okay? So some people like corn-flavored ice cream and some people don't. Some people believe in the flying spaghetti monster and some people don't. Some people are annoyed by the sound of fingernails on a chalkboard and some people aren't. Some people like to watch people eating food on YouTube and some people don't. I don't. So that's something I should just say up front. Now, there are also common trends that you can point out. You can say, generally speaking, right? Kind of. There are trends. You can talk about those things. It's not that everyone is totally different. So you find, for example, that confidence tends to be a good thing in America, that we value confidence and independence. Is that true in every country? Not really. No, there are a lot of countries where that is not true, where leaving home at the age of 18, which is something that people say, oh, wow, you're out on your own, very independent in America, where if you're in another country like China, people say, well, why do you need to be out on your own? Just live with your parents. Makes sense. You're a loyal son or a daughter. You should. You still live with your parents at age 25? Fantastic. Whereas in America, if someone says, you still live with your parents at age 25, what a loser. Not everyone, but that's a common thing. So now we're speaking generally, all right? Do Americans really care about foreign accents? Generally, I don't think so. And the reason is because, well, I don't think anybody really cares about accents. The reason I think is because America is made up of different accents, right? Not just accents of English, but accents of other languages. It's a very mixed country. We have a very, very wide variety of subcultures, of people from other countries. Almost every person is an immigrant at some point, right? If I go back 500 years, my family, they were not living in America. They were living in England or Norway or something like that. The Netherlands, maybe. Scandinavian countries, right? That's where I'm from. Native Americans, okay, they were here for a lot longer. But actually, they came from Asia. So if you go back 10,000 years, 9,000 years, they're also immigrating. So because of that, because America is such a mixing bowl or melting pot, however you want to say it, I think people are so used to diversity that who cares if someone has a strong Chinese accent or Indian accent or whatever accent. Who cares, right? It doesn't affect communication. It's fine. If it starts to affect communication and someone's English fluency is so low that they can barely express themselves, then I can imagine a colleague feeling a little annoyed. Like, I wish I could just communicate with this person. So if it's at a degree where communication is affected, then I think, yes, you might run into problems. But if it's to a degree where it's just, oh, well, I was born in India, and so we have this is the way that people speak. This is what people identify as the Indian English accent. But that has no effect on the ability to communicate effectively. So who cares, right? Who cares? Unless it's your goal to reduce your accent, then I think most people would not care. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't some Americans who hate accents, I guess. I'm sure that there are. There are all kinds of people in this world, right? So, yeah, there are going to be some who say, "Oh, I don't like that you have an accent." But who cares about those people, right? What are your goals? What are you trying to achieve? What do you want? Focus not on only what you think others think about you and whether they're judging your accent or whatever. Think about what you're trying to do, what your goals are, what's important to you. And if you focus on that, then you won't have that negative feeling, right? Often among English learners, there tends to be this negativity of, I'm bad. People are judging me. My English is terrible. My accent is too strong. I need to improve for a negative reason, to avoid shame. And it's not that shame is necessarily a bad motivation. It can motivate you. But if your motivation to improve in whatever area, grammar, pronunciation, whatever, comes from a positive place of this is the kind of person I want to be in the future, this is what I want to achieve, this is how I want to express myself. If it comes from a positive place, not a negative place, I think it's more likely to be sustainable and to be something that you can continue and make part of your lifestyle. So that's something to think about. I mean, I want to be a better speaker too. I want to be a better communicator. But I try to always find the source of that desire to improve from a positive place rather than a negative place. And the negative place would be, I want to improve so that others won't judge me, so that others won't think I'm stupid. It's not always a bad motivator, but I would encourage you to try to find a positive source. I hope I answered your question, Eder, and I know I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly, and I apologize for that. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe or follow, and check out my full courses in the links in the description. Those are on sale, currently 60% off, a very rare thing. So check those out.